Hello, it is Topical Tuesday, August 6th, 2024. Steve Sipress here, and yesterday came the big news in the big tech world. Google lost in its antitrust case that the United States government brought against it, the biggest antitrust case since the last big tech antitrust case against Bill Gates and Microsoft about 25 years ago. And so it remains to be seen. It's going to take a lot of time to see what's going to come of this. But the big news is the big 800-pound gorilla in the room. The court ruled that Google search is a monopoly. And Google, one of their Google spokespeople responses like, yeah, but the court also admitted we're the best search engine. So what the heck? At the crux of the case was the fact that Google pays billions and billions of dollars a year to companies like Apple and others to make their Google search engine the default search engine on their devices. Now, here's the thing. People can change the default search engine. So now, no remedies. That's the remedies, the next part of the case. Like in a criminal case, they call it the sentencing. So there was no sentencing or remedies that the court came down with yet. They're going to do those later. Google says they're going to appeal. Technically, it could get caught up in the court system for years. However, the Department of Justice, the U.S. government, has antitrust cases against some other really big tech companies. None, of course, as big as Google. But they got a bunch. And now it appears that those companies might settle earlier or change their ways or whatever, but remains to be seen what will happen unless they really break up Google. If all they do is not allow them to pay money to be the default search engine for Apple's Safari and others, I mean, Apple's the one that's going to suffer. And ironically, the big winner in all of this could be Microsoft itself, which was the big loser in that last big tech antitrust case, where Google, the up-and-coming, almost brand-new search engine at the time, it worked to Google's advantage. Google was a kind of a victor from that ruling against Microsoft. Now Microsoft stands with their Bing search engine to be a big victor in the battle against Google. So bottom line, doesn't mean anything to consumers or advertisers, not yet. They're claiming that because of that monopoly and their monopolistic practices, that they artificially inflated ad rates. So I saw a couple of experts saying we might see some class action lawsuits by Google advertisers. So if that's you, which is a large chunk of business owners, you might be looking forward to that and get some kind of money out of Google. Good luck to that. Seems it'll take a long time, almost impossible to judge damages. But anyway, it's just big news in the tech world that the big 800-pound gorilla was knocked down a little bit today. One of the most evil companies on earth, Google, ruled against by a judge in the big United States antitrust case. So, you know, I say it for years, no company is too big to fail or too big to be around forever. We'll see what this means for the future of Google and their parent company, Alphabet. Other big 10 companies like Meta, the parent company of Instagram and Facebook. Ironically, the judge in this Google antitrust case is named Meta. So all things seem to be coming around. I'll have more on this as things develop. But for now, that's the big news here on Topical Tuesday. Carry on if you're a user of the Google search engine, which I am not, or if you're an advertiser on Google, which I am not. Well, a bunch of my clients are, but I'm not personally with any of my companies right now. But carry on as you were. This ruling might be overturned. Remedies aren't decided yet. Maybe nothing much will change for users or advertisers other than you'll have to go in on whatever device you have and change to the Google search engine, if you like it, to be your default search engine. You know, it's a big lesson there in human behavior that people do not like change. And so that's why you see, like in politics, overwhelming number of incumbents win re-election just because people just do not like change. So when you're marketing and brand building, understand that your job is to make a sale, to gain a customer, client, patient, member, and to do everything you can to build them into a loyal, recurring, raving fan of yours, because then they're going to find it difficult to change their habits and drop you for another competitor or provider of your product or service, no matter what the deal is. People do not like to change. They do not even like to go in and change the default browser to something else if they don't like the main one. Of course, again, bottom line here, according to this Google spokesman, the court admitted people don't want to change from their default browser being Google because they like Google. Go figure. That's it for Topical Tuesday, August 6th, 2024. Thanks for being here today. I will catch you back here again tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday. Hit me up at steve@stevesipress.com if you want some help with anything to do with the advertising, marketing, or sales end of your business. Go to my website, vwowstrategy.com. Post a comment wherever you're getting this. Send me a private message. You know where to find me. I'll help you out if I can. That'll do it for today. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.